So welcome.
Hang on one second.
No
I'm
problem.
just gonna put the phone on the charger because I
Mm.
see I have low battery, so I just want to make
Yep.
sure we don't die in the middle of the interview. Okay.
Okay, cool. Hey, everybody, this is Scott Sayer with a good dear friend who I think is a brilliant woman and businesswoman. Her name is Claudia Montagna. I hope I said that right. Did I say it right, Claudia?
Montaño, but that's fine. Yeah.
Montagno.
Mhm.
And one of the reasons I wanted to have Claudia on tonight is because I think she's really on to something for people that can help a lot of people, which is that she works in helping people to manifest things that they love. And she herself has been able to manifest a good deal of her current business as a result of this process. And so I wanted to investigate that with her and you. And I think you guys will be in for a treat that are watching this because Claudia is one of the special people.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Do you want to let us know anything about you to start with?
Yes, my name is Claudia. I have magical powers. Don't doubt my powers. I'm kidding. No, everybody has magical powers actually. It's just whether you're willing to accept that part of yourself or not. Sometimes we get messages to stay away from like manifesting and things that aren't necessarily backed by the science that we currently know and understand, or whatever is taught. But I urge people to do their own research and try it out for themselves. And I've been a manifestor all my life, but I didn't realize I was a manifestor all my life.
Mm.
Um,
When you
so
get something about yourself on that level, it's pretty amazing, isn't it?
yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Mm.
Once you accept that part of yourself, when you accept that you have more power than you've previously accepted, things can definitely shift in your favor in all areas of life.
Yes, I've experienced a session, maybe two, I think a session with Claudia that was pretty life-changing. It really reminded me of my own strengths and my own ability to manifest that which I'd already manifested. I had already manifested a bunch of stuff, and she kind of reminded me about that partly. And then in a sense invited me to imagine what more I could manifest. And she has some very practical tools for doing that. Would you like to explain any part of that? Break it out however you want to.
Absolutely. What really manifests what I've been learning over the past, I want to say 4 years. It's really our thoughts and beliefs that manifest. And if there's something that you're really looking to manifest, I urge you to have faith that it will manifest.
Mhm.
So I think really the most important ingredients are having faith and believing that anything is possible. You can be, do, or have anything you want. Alongside of that is that you have to realize that you're the operant power in your reality. You already come equipped with all the tools from birth. Everything that you've wanted to manifest is already inside of you. So it all, like, there's a saying or a Bible verse that says the kingdom of God is within. So
Mm.
really what that means is you already have everything at your disposal, and able to create um, you're able to create anything out of that. So you already come equipped with the tools, but it's just really getting very clear and very specific about what it is that you're looking to manifest. It also what's also involved is like, where are you mentally when you're trying to manifest? I'm not saying that you have to be like giddy and happy all the time, because that's not true. I've manifested when I've been at
Mm,
my worst. I've
mhm,
manifested some pretty
mm,
awesome things, actually. So but what I mean by that is, like, are you doing it from a a place of lack, or are you doing it from a place of like, um so like, so you have to know where you are, like, emotionally, mentally. Are you doing it from lack? Because if you're just thinking lack, then you're just going to see more lack show up in your reality.
mm,
But if you're doing it from a place where, like, every time you think about your manifestation, when you think about, like, okay, this is coming from a place of like love, this is coming from a place of like, I already know in my heart that my wish is fulfilled,
mm, mhm,
then it's, then you're setting up the manifestation to go more smoothly, to you're just in a better place, and I think you'll enjoy it more, versus if you're kind of in a kind of down, and then it's like, oh, this manifested, cool, but it's like
yeah.
you never really get to fully appreciate it, because your mind was somewhere else.
Yeah,
um
you're like setting up a vibrational field for yourself.
right, yeah, most definitely. You're kind of setting up like, how should I say, yeah, like, it's kind of like you have like like an empty canvas, and
Mhm,
you're the one that determines, like, what feeling you're going to give to that canvas, right? Like, are you going to
mhm,
use warm colors? Are you going to use cool colors?
mm,
So I'm not saying that things aren't able to manifest, if you're not in the clear emotionally and mentally, but I do kind of urge you to check, like, where are
mm.
you? How are you feeling? When you're attempting to do it. Along with that, so number one, get really clear,
Mhm,
of what it is that you want.
okay.
And number two, is, know your power, like,
Mm,
know you're the
mhm,
creator of your reality.
mhm,
Um, know that there's a God that resides inside of you,
mm,
and that you can always tap into that energy,
mhm,
to manifest the things that you most desire in life. And
mm.
three, have faith. Like, just don't entertain thoughts of anything else that doesn't pertain to your manifestation.
Mm. Be
Um,
single-minded,
I'm sorry.
like single-minded.
Yeah, single-minded, exactly. So,
Mm,
like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Neville Goddard.
mm,
There's a Christian mystic that explains manifestation very well. He wrote 10 books. He used to lecture at the Voltron Theater. He used to lecture in San Francisco, New York. And he would always talk about, like, you can't serve two masters. Like, you have to
mm,
give death, like, you have to give death to your old ideas that kept you in lack, that kept you away from your manifestation.
mhm.
um, and you have to embrace, like, you have to give birth to, like, being a new man.
It's
So,
sort
like,
of like it's a sort of like the sponsoring thought that I work with. It's just,
yes,
yeah, that there's this thought behind all the other thoughts that unless I've cleared it, I'm going to keep showing up with the same results.
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Mm,
I did a session with Scott, regarding my sponsoring thoughts. It's
mm.
really funny, actually, because I was cleaning my desk and I came across those notes today. Funny enough. And but yeah, a lot of it is like, um just being aware of where you've been and what could potentially hold you back, because we create our own blocks when we're manifesting.
Mm,
We keep it from ourselves when we start asking, when is it going to show up and how is it going to show up?
mm.
When and the how is not our business when it comes to manifesting.
Say
The
that,
when.
say that again, because I think people need to hear that one.
Okay. We're control freaks. We always want to know we always want to know when things are going to happen and how they're going to play out.
Mhm,
But
mhm,
in manifestation, we have to let go of that.
mhm,
There's ways there, there's ways that we know not of. They're beyond our comprehension.
mm,
Things go on behind the scenes that we will never
mhm,
know that they're happening.
mm,
And that's where your faith comes in. That's where your trust comes in. You have to have
mhm,
faith and you have to trust
mm,
that the things are going to unfold. And they will unfold when you least expect it and in a
mhm,
way that you least expect it. So don't get hung
mm,
up on time and don't get
mhm,
hung up on the how, because
mm.
God is responsible for the how, not you.
This is this is totally what I need to hear right now.
Yeah, because we get obsessed. We're like, how? We get anxious. We're
Yeah,
human.
yeah,
Feel whatever you need to feel while you're manifesting. But
right.
when you keep asking when and how, you're coming from a place of lack.
Mm,
And
mhm,
then guess what? You're just going to keep delaying the manifestation, and lack is just going to continue to show up in your life.
mm,
I
mhm,
mean, lack of that thing that it is that you're manifesting. So, like, just be wary of your mental diet, and what kinds of
mm,
thoughts you're having, and if it's
mhm,
gonna like interfere with your manifestation is yours. You're gonna get whatever you want in the end.
mm.
But it's just that, like I said, we're control freaks to an extent. We always want to know the details because
Just show me the plan.
show me, because we live in a society where, like, everything is about immediate gratification, and I want it and I want it now.
Mm,
And when we can't learn to like have patience, and then you can sabotage yourself and sabotage things, the good things that are meant to flow into your life and things that you're meant to manifest. So
mm,
um alongside of that, there's tools to manifest. Scott, you mentioned tools to manifest.
mhm,
And there's a lot of tools. So a lot of people, they approach it in different ways. Like some people make vision boards because they need that visual. Other
mm.
people, they script their manifestations. Other people just think about it and it happens. Um,
Mm.
and
So
hmm?
maybe combine those modalities would even be even more powerful, huh?
The whole point is that you're trying to impress your subconscious mind with those
Mm,
tools.
mm-hmm,
You can, some people do combine them. I know there's a lot of coaches out there that they'll script, they'll affirm, like they'll say a bunch of affirmations
mm,
anytime in the day that
mm,
they can.
mm-hmm,
There's, let's say, scripting. There's there's a technique that Neville Goddard has. He calls it SATS, a state akin to sleep.
huh.
So what that is when you're going to sleep, and like right before you fall asleep, you hit a certain state. I think it's the alpha state, if
Mm-hmm,
I'm not mistaken.
mm-hmm,
Um, and you start to visualize. You start to use your imagination, and you
mm,
start to envision. And I know, like, athletes do this. Like some of those guys that and girls that win those gold medals at the Olympics,
mm,
they've visualized a certain scene
mm.
in their mind, and they play it over and over and over.
Yeah, I
Um,
heard Kobe Bryant used to do that.
yeah, Kobe.
LeBron
I know.
too, LeBron James, I think.
Yeah, I know, like, Brian Boitano, when he won his skating medal back in 1988, he had a beautiful
Mm,
performance. I still remember it to this day.
mm,
Um, he used his imagination
mm-hmm,
to help him create that. It's really more a tool. It's not the scripting that's gonna bring about the manifestation. It's not sitting there and imagining it, but those things do facilitate the manifestation, because
mm-hmm,
the whole point is, if you could impress it in your mind, if you could see it in your mind,
mm-hmm,
if you can visualize it, if you can feel it, if you can taste it in your imagination, um, if you
mm-hmm,
can see it, then more than like you've impressed your subconscious mind. It means it exists. It means that it's the energy is just waiting to realign itself,
Mm,
and
mhm.
then it shows up in your 3D reality. So there's a quote by Albert Einstein that says, quotes by Albert Einstein. He says, hang on a second. Um, there was one about, oh geez, this thing took me somewhere else. There was one about like imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions. Yeah. So
Amazing. Yeah.
so imagination is everything. I mean, that's so like
Mm,
manifestation, where do manifestations, where are they born? They're born in our mind. Everything
mhm,
we have
mhm,
thoughts all day. And this is what I've said in one of my videos. It's like, okay, the car that you're driving, okay, somebody thought about that design.
mhm,
It
mhm,
was conceived in somebody's mind, and then like what happened? Energies were rearranged, materials were brought together to like make that
mhm,
car a reality.
mhm.
The chair you're sitting in, somebody thought about it. That bed you're sleeping in, somebody thought about it.
Yeah.
And
Mm,
yeah, so everything really does begin
mhm,
in the mind.
mm,
The
mhm,
mind is the conceiver of all the ideas and all the manifestations. So if something bad manifests in your life, think about it. Think about, okay, when did I have this bad thought? You
mm,
know?
mhm. Right,
And
right, yeah.
if something
Mhm,
great manifests in your life, think about
mhm,
it. Was I entertaining this thought? Was I thinking about it?
mhm.
And boom, here it is. It's shown up in my 3D reality. So